Welcome back to part 2 of AML Around the World. If you watched part 1, you already know these differences can be expensive. Today we're going harder, 20 new questions on risk assessments, deeper LATAM rules, sanctions, trade-based laundering, and real-world traps. Same rules. Pause, guess, comment your score. Let's see who's the true global compliance champion. Round 1, risk assessment mastery. Question 1, true or false? The EU requires more standardized residual risk calculations, meaning inherent risk minus control effectiveness, than the US. Question 2, which approach to country risk is more prescriptive, using official high-risk third country lists? A, USA, B, EU, and UK. Question 3, true or false? Institutions in many countries must explicitly align their risk assessments with their National Risk Assessment, or NRA. Question 4, in LATAM, risk assessments usually put heavier weights on which risks? A, drug trafficking and corruption, B, only cyber fraud. Question 5, how often should risk assessments usually be reviewed? A, only when regulators ask, B, at least annually, plus event-driven. Round 2, LATAM deep dive. Question 6, true or false? Colombia's beneficial ownership threshold can be as low as 5% in some cases. Question 7, in Mexico, banks have strict monthly limits on accepting USD cash. True or false? Question 8, what is a major focus in LATAM trade finance that gets extra scrutiny? Question 9, true or false? Notaries and lawyers in many LATAM countries are classified as vulnerable activities with full AML obligations. Question 10, Brazil is rolling out mandatory central bank authorization with minimum capital for which sector? A, crypto companies, also known as VASPs. B, only traditional banks. C, restaurants. D, retail stores. Round 3, advanced global differences. Question 11, true or false? Screening only against OFAC lists is usually enough for companies operating in Europe or Canada. Question 12, in the EU and UK, art and luxury goods dealers have AML obligations above 10,000 euros. True or false? Question 13, true or false? Domestic PEPs in many countries outside the US require the same level of enhanced due diligence as foreign PEPs. Question 14, which is more common outside the US regarding prepaid cards and anonymous instruments? A, much stricter limits. B, less stricter limits. Question 15, true or false? A paper program, also known as looking good on paper but weak in practice, is more likely to get caught quickly in LATAM than in the US. Round 4, expert level and strategy. Question 16, what is the biggest mistake many US companies make when entering LATAM markets? Question 17, true or false? FATF and many regulators discourage blanket de-risking of entire regions. Question 18, in global operations, what should you default to? A, US rules only. B, the strictest standard that applies. Question 19, true or false? Correspondent banking relationships face extra scrutiny and expectations in many LATAM countries. Question 20, and our last question. As a consultant or compliance officer, what is the number piece of advice for anyone doing business across borders? Drop your part 2 score below. Now, was part 2 harder? Which question surprised you the most? Remember, global AML is complex, but the winning strategy is simple. Build to the highest standard. I will show the answers so you will score your knowledge. You've got this. If you're interested in part 3 with the focus in Asia, real estate, or crypto, please comment part 3 below. Subscribe and comments. Until the next time.